Hey, what's up, everyone? Now, if you've been trying to break into AI engineering, you've probably noticed that there are hundreds of roadmaps out there that are telling you what to learn, but not really how to learn it. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the entire process. This is something that I personally have been doing over the past 2 years. And I'm going to show you what AI engineering really is, why the opportunity right now is really huge, and the exact 3-part roadmap that I'd be following if I started today. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. So first, what actually is AI engineering? Because this term gets confused with other things. Now, an AI engineer is the person that takes powerful AI models, specifically the ones behind ChatGPT or Claude, and turns them into real products that people can use. And you're not training models from scratch in a lab because that's more of the role of a researcher or a machine learner. You take a pre-trained model and you wire it up to an existing application using things like APIs, prompt engineering, retrieval systems, or agents. And it's one of the most in-demand skills or jobs out there in tech with a lower barrier to entry than most people would assume. Now let's talk about why this is worth your time, because the role of an AI engineer is one of the fastest growing job titles in the country right now. As you can see from Glassdoor, total pay range between 115K to 182,000 a year. And based on the US Bureau of Labor, there's over 20% job growth potential for AI engineers, which is much faster than the average for all occupations, which is 4%. And on top of that, a PwC analysis of nearly 1 billion job ads found that people with AI are commanding roughly 56% wage premium over everyone else. So as you can see, there's a lot of potential here. And so here's the actual roadmap, and it's just 3 different parts. Now for part 1, you build the actual skills, and this is where DataCamp comes in. I'll be talking about that in just a second. And part 2 and part 3 are pretty much the same thing, just in different mediums. So setting up your LinkedIn and X profiles, and also your YouTube, and creating content for both of those. I'm also gonna go into that at the end of this video. And as you see over here, the real payoff here is real skills, public proof, and an audience that compounds. Because at the end of the day, without a good audience that symbolizes trust and public proof, you won't be really getting a good amount of opportunities that you're supposed to get. But again, we'll just cover that at the end of this video. Now for step number 1, we're going to use DataCamp. DataCamp is an interactive learning platform specifically for data and for AI. So instead of watching different YouTube videos and getting different people's opinions, you have this nice organized platform that everything is set up for you. And getting started is super easy. All you have to do is click on this get learning for free button. So again, you just have to sign up with an email, and you can look for any course. So we can go over here and search for AI engineer and click on this first one just to kind of show you an example. And with a free account, every single first chapter is for free. So you can click on any unit you want. For example, this one, and you'll get the video. You won't get any kind of blocker to upgrade your account. But obviously, once you want to upgrade your account, you just have to go up here to upgrade, and you can upgrade to premium here, or you can just go under this pricing tab, and then you can just click here for the monthly plan. Now, when it comes to starting off with DataCamp, there are 3 courses that I think that if you take them together and you actually complete these 3 courses, you'll be very confident when it comes to starting your career as an AI engineer. The first course is AI Fundamentals, which is the one I would say it's more for beginners. You get a general introduction to AI for work, understanding things like ChatGPT, machine learning, LLMs. Now, for example, if you go to this course of this career track, and you might think to yourself like, hey, I use ChatGPT every single day. I'm an expert at this. Why should I learn this? Well, you actually have experienced AI engineers from Duolingo, Google, DataCamp that actually go through very specific technical terms that will help you when it comes to communication. And for example, when we go back to this diagram, once you're sending out work, once you're sharing your work online, potential employers will see that you use this lingo, and it'll benefit you in the long run. And now, apart from this AI Fundamentals career track, which is the shortest one, as you can see, 10 hours, you learn about ChatGPT, and it's very theory-based. The second one here is an associate AI engineer for developers. This is obviously where things get a little bit more complicated. But for example, if we go to the first course here, working with the OpenAI API, and click on View Course, you can kind of see the structure of this course And this is something that you see in all of the courses inside of DataCamp. So if I click the first one, we basically get a transcript over here on the left, and then we get a video playing over here on the right. You start learning the theoretical parts of everything in a more visual way. And once you're done with the video, you can click on Got It. And immediately after the video, you get quizzed. This one is more of a multiple choice type of style. So over here, we can click on 2015, click on Submit Answer, correct. We can click on Continue, we get points. Over here, this is more of a written exercise. Here we have to write down actual code, which when you're using things like Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, you don't really have to write out a bunch of code. But if you want to be an AI engineer and you really want to know that why your AI agent is coding something, you really want to kind of understand what it's coding, then it's best to follow these certain types of interactive practices, right? So we can click on Submit Answer, we get this wrong, we can explain the error, and then we finally understand why we got it wrong. We put the correct thing, and then we can click on Continue, and then we get another video, and then we get another coding example. But anyways, as we continue, the first course will be working with the OpenAI API, prompt engineering with the OpenAI API, planning a trip to Paris with the OpenAI API. So this is more of a project instead of a course. And so you'll have to construct a comprehensive AI-powered Parisian travel guide, and you have to use OpenAI's API key to do that. And we can click on Start Project. And this is basically very similar to those written code exercises that we saw before. But now we have some more things to look at. Here we have the project instructions. Here you can see your submissions. Once you submit something, here you can see the resources that it gives you. So you have other lessons to always go back to. You have guides with a bunch of different hints. And then over here, you have the solution. So I can, for example, click on show solution, copy code, and paste that in here and click on run. And so basically what it's saying is that we have to define the model, which is this one, define the client OpenAI, and then there's a conversation where we get a list of questions. And then finally, we get a list of answers from those questions. And this is just like a very basic exercise of using that API. And so, for example, here in the Associate AI Engineer for Developers, you get different courses, but you get 2 other projects. You get more advanced courses at the end with Python, LangChain, and Pinecone. And finally, the last course, I'd say that this is the boss course, is the Associate AI Engineer for Data Scientists. This one has just 2 projects, but there are 40 hours in total with 13 different courses. And once you're done with these, you get certifications, and these are career certifications that you can obviously add to, for example, LinkedIn, which obviously leads me to the next bonus chapter of this video. You can, for example, take any of these chapters that you learned, let's say, for example, working with Hugging Face, and you can search for terms like Hugging Face on LinkedIn, find conversations that people are posting. For example, this is a CFO of Qualcomm, and they have some type of partnership with Hugging Face. And just something simple here is just to share your thoughts on this specific topic. You can, for example, just add a comment or repost with your thoughts. We can search on YouTube for Hugging Face and look at all of the different content or similar topics. So for example, this is like a beginner tutorial, has around 17,000 views, posted a year ago. It's around 7 minutes long, which is not too bad. As far as I can tell, he's not really sharing his screen much up until a certain section, just for maybe 2 minutes. You can look at other tutorials for this topic and kind of skim through them, see what's performing well, what isn't. This is honestly what I do with my own channel. As you can see over here on the right side, we have this search companion from vidIQ, and I'll link this down in the description below. But you can search for specific terms like Hugging Face, where you found that in DataCamp, and come up with some type of open source portfolio where you're just talking about this topic and sharing your work and slowly growing up an audience. And honestly, you don't really need anything advanced when it comes to video editing. You can use something like Loom. And for thumbnails, you can use something like ChatGPT to help you create those thumbnails. And then a couple of times per week, just share your learnings while recording yourself. Share that on YouTube. You share that on LinkedIn as well as little snippets. You'll slowly grow an audience, which increases trust when it comes to the employer's eyes. And trust me, that's something that I've been working on over the past almost 2 years now. And in my opinion, it's the best decision that I've ever made in my life. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know down in the comments below. And like always, thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.